Okay, we're back.
Confidence inspiring.
So how did it feel to come back for a second season? Have you guys realized the growth in your characters, the arc, rather?
Reynie has gotten taller. He's gotten more confident. His voice has gotten deeper. And in the second season, he learns just how to be true to himself.
Well, I think that Constance has a lot of different changes, and she even gets unrecognizable in some parts.
The growth, definitely for me, Sticky, was definitely his confidence and how he takes things this season, not being so cornered or on edge or so reserved to himself, by actually taking action this season. We want that. We want Sticky to do that. So,
and Kate definitely mellows out with the a little bit with her reliance on her bucket and with her independence. She grows a lot this season. She learns to accept help from others, to be vulnerable. I think it's a big step for her.
What is the most fun part about shooting Mysterious Benedict?
Being together with the kids, I'd say. In season 2, we reunite again, and it's great just being back together with them again.
What do you hope the fans will take away from this season?
I think we've got an incredible message this season. You know, the topic of discussion is happiness. And we've got Curtin, who's, selling a false sense of happiness to people. And I think it's really relatable. We're coming out of a globally difficult situation. And I think, people have had time to reflect and think about what's important, what makes me happy, what changes do I want to make in my life. What we're talking about this season is kind of a reflection of all of that. Life has ups and downs, and a spectrum of emotions is actually a beautiful thing that we should be embracing.
To add to what Gia is saying, the element of community, but needing one another to get to that happiness, to keep each other accountable, to build one up, to help each other through circumstances. And, they say 2 or more heads is better than 1. So, with problem solving and just, again, coming out of what this world has been going through, community is very important. So, who is your community and why?
So your characters are both pretty brave when it comes to just taking on the task that you have to. Where do you think that your characters get their strengths from to tackle on such grand things?
I think Sticky gets his strength from the people around him. Sticky as a person isn't really the first one to jump in a battle or the first one to take action, but with the help of his friends, basically / family, I feel like he's able to do that.
I think Kate really gets the strength from just always having to be strong. Kate's been on her own for a really long time, since she was pretty young when she ran away from the orphanage to join the circus. So she's been on her own for a while. She's kind of always had to have been brave and have been sort of self-sufficient. So I think that's really where that comes from.
Is there anything that you, Marta, have in common with Constance?
It's usually really rare, but sometimes I can be honest like Constance.
I think Rhonda is a risk taker, and so I'm learning from that.
Yeah.
I think she's very nurturing. She loves kids, such as myself, and I love that she belongs in this society, and she happens to represent herself as an African girl. And so I have that in common with her.
Me and Reynie were both intuitive. We both love to read. We both love to learn languages, and we both are pretty smart.
Okay, and speaking of languages, how many languages do you know?
Actually, in school, I'm learning Chinese. Apart from school, I'm also learning Korean. In the show, I spoke a little bit of Tamil, and yeah.
Tell me a little bit about, if you can, the father-daughter dynamic that you have with Kate, and what do you hope for her this season?
It's a lot of fun to play a character who who has amnesia, doesn't know who he is, doesn't know what his life was, and then gets sort of, thrown into the deep end that here's who you were. And along with that comes this giant responsibility of parenting a child, but not just parenting any child, parenting a child who is a risk taker, and to be thrown into the middle of that and to let her be herself, to let her be her, as big and wild and boisterous as she can be, but at the same time try to protect her. And I feel like the writers really, nailed that. Is they in very comedic ways they showed that he was trying his best, but also the deck was sort of stacked against him. Is that Kate can handle herself pretty darn well.
Well, since we are Celeb Secrets, is there anything that we could know that happens on set that maybe your fans wouldn't be able to tell during the show on camera?
There's definitely a lot of jokes that happen around set. There's a lot of joking. We mess around quite a bit. I think Seth and I both have a pretty cool tradition of losing our props.
But you get them back though in time to shoot.
We do get them back. There's actually a really funny blooper of the first season.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Filming, and I have to reach down to my bucket and I go, I don't have my bucket.
Well, before shooting, I have to do my hair. They have to do my hair because it takes pretty long to do my hair. I know that everybody has to do their hair, but mine, it takes a lot longer because my hair is longer and they have to do a really hard hairstyles like those braids.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, a girl can always use a good hair session before they have to shoot.